What just came out of Charlotte has every Panthers fan holding their breath. The team was on the cusp of something special, chasing that 6-4 record to punch their ticket into the playoff conversation. But against the league's punchless Saints, everything that could go wrong did. The offense sputtered, the momentum stalled, and now the whispers are turning into roars of doubt. It's the kind of night that tests the soul of Keep Pounding Nation, leaving you staring at the screen, wondering if the spark is flickering out. If you're part of this crew, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and join the conversation. This community runs on real fans like you. Now the man at the center of this storm, none other than quarterback Bryce Young. The young gunslinger who's supposed to be the future, the #1 pick carrying the weight of a franchise on his shoulders. But Sunday night at Bank of America Stadium, under those bright lights, Young couldn't deliver when it mattered most. The Saints, sitting at the bottom of the barrel with just one win, rolled into town and flipped the script. They stacked the box against running back Rico Dowdle, daring Young to beat them through the air. And he couldn't. Pass after pass sailed incomplete, turnovers loomed like storm clouds, and the offense looked lost in the worst way possible. Former NFL lineman and analyst Mark Schlereth was right there on the broadcast, calling every snap for the Saints-Panthers clash. He didn't sugarcoat it, laying into Young with the kind of brutal honesty that only comes from watching up close. "We're going to give you one-on-one opportunities outside the numbers, and we don't think your quarterback can handle it." Schlereth recounted the Saints' strategy. "We don't think your quarterback's good enough to beat us." And as the game unfolded, those words hung heavy. The Saints forced Young into hero ball, and he came up short time and again. Inaccurate throws, decisions that begged for second guessing, and a passing attack that Schlereth called pathetic. Coming off 4 straight wins and an unbeaten home streak with Young under center, this was supposed to be the night they built on the momentum. Instead, it exposed cracks that no amount of heart can paper over right now. You could see it in the stands, that slow shift from cheers to stunned silence. The Panthers faithful, waving their flags and pounding their drums, watched as the one-win Saints dictated terms. Dowdle, usually a spark plug, was bottled up because Carolina couldn't loosen the defense with the pass. Young had his moments, flashes of that arm talent that made him the top pick, but they were buried under a mountain of mistakes. The game plan, questionable at best, adjustments nowhere to be found, and when the dust settled, the frustration boiled over. Schlereth nailed it. The Saints went on the road and said, "Your quarterback does not have what it takes to beat us." They were 100% right. This wasn't just a loss. It was a referendum on Young's readiness, on whether the kid from Alabama can shoulder the burden in prime time against even the league's dregs. Keep Pounding Nation, we've been here before, rebuilding, doubting, dreaming. But nights like this sting because they remind us how far there's still to go. Young's got the tools, the poise under pressure that's shown glimpses before. Yet against a defense selling out, he couldn't make the throws that win games. The turnover-prone plays, the inaccuracy, it's all under the microscope now. And as the criticism mounts from insiders like Schlereth, who saw every misstep, the questions grow louder. Can he bounce back? Will the coaches tweak the scheme to protect him? Or is this the harsh reality check that defines his career? The NFL doesn't wait, it chews up and spits out those who falter. For now, Charlotte's licking its wounds, but the fire's not out yet. Diving deeper into the wreckage of that Sunday night showdown, let's paint the picture clearer. The Panthers entered Bank of America Stadium riding a wave, 4 wins in Young's last 4 starts, unbeaten at home, the playoffs tantalizingly close. A victory over the hapless Saints would have catapulted them to 6-4 right in the thick of the hunt. But from the opening whistle, New Orleans had a plan. Neutralize Dowdle, force the issue through the air, and watch Young squirm. They succeeded spectacularly, turning what should have been a rout into a revealing embarrassment. Schlereth's breakdown on the air was gold for analysts and gut punch for fans. He's no stranger to the trenches, having protected quarterbacks like John Elway back in the day. So when he says the Saints sold out to stop the run and bet against Young's ability to exploit it, you listen. That passing game was pathetic, he thundered, and the stats back him up. Young finished with a completion percentage that hovered in the low 50s, yards that barely cracked 200, and interceptions lurking on every deep shot. The Saints' secondary, nothing special, feasted on misfires, picking apart a young QB who looked overwhelmed by the moment. Think about the implications for Keep Pounding Carolina. This team is built around Young, the future franchise face, the guy traded up for, invested in heavily. But if he can't handle a soft matchup like this, what happens in the divisional wars against Atlanta, Tampa, or New Orleans in rematches? The offense, already patchwork, grinds to a halt without a QB who can extend plays and hit the big ones. Dowdle's ineffectiveness wasn't bad luck, it was by design, and Young's inability to punish that choice left the running game in chains. Coaches talked post-game about adjustments, but in real time, crickets. The play calling stayed vanilla, unable to counter the Saints' aggressive front. Fans, I get it, the frustration is real. You're pounding those seats, screaming for big plays, and instead you get deflating incompletions. Young's post-game demeanor was all class, owning the mistakes, vowing to improve. But actions speak louder. He's shown promise in those prior wins, threading needles and leading comebacks. Against the Saints, though, it was regression, a step back that has pundits and ex-players piling on. Schlereth's words echo across the airwaves. The Saints dared him and he blinked. Whether it's rust from early season benches, protection issues, or just plain inexperience, the league's spotlight is unforgiving. As we wrap this up, let's channel that Panthers spirit. Keep Pounding isn't just a slogan, it's the heartbeat of this franchise through rebuilds and heartbreaks. Young's young, 22 with time to grow, but time is the one thing the NFL doesn't give freely. The bye week looms as a chance to regroup, refine, and respond. Will he silence the doubters? Can the staff surround him with better weapons, better schemes? The road ahead is brutal, but that's where legends are forged. For now, hold tight, Charlotte. The fire's dimmed, but embers glow. Rally the crew, talk it out in the comments. What's your take on Young? Does he rebound, or is it time to reassess? This is Panthers football, resilient, raw, ready for the fight. Keep pounding.